Okay, so we're going to just review the last techniques that we need for solving equations at foundation level, and that's where we see x's appearing on both sides. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and group the x's on whichever side of the equal sign makes them positive. So if we have a look at this first example, I could choose to bounce my 2x to the left hand side, or I could choose to bounce my 4x to the right hand side. Now, when I bounce this over, because it's positive, it's going to become negative. So here, when I bounce this over to the other side, it's going to be a minus 2x. Now, here, I'd be left with 4x minus 2x. Now, I like that because that gives me positive 2x. If I'd gone the other way around, I'd have ended up with a negative. So this is the way I'm going to do it. So I'm taking my 2x, I'm bouncing it over to the left hand side where it becomes minus 2x. So I'm left with 4x minus 2x, which is just 2x, plus 1 equals 7. And once we're there, we know exactly how to solve. That's where I then start putting in my flow diagram, times by 2, add 1, gives me 7. So working backwards, take away 1, divide by 2. 7 take away 1 is 6, divided by 2 tells me that x equals 3. And again, we could check that. 4 times 3 plus 1 gives me 13. 2 times 3 plus 7 also gives me 13. So both sides are equal to 13, they're both equal to each other. So let's have a think about the next one. Which way am I going to bounce my x's? Am I going to bounce them from left to right? So that 5x would become minus 5x over here. Well, I don't like that because it would leave me with negative x's on this side, and then I have to do all of the stuff that I had to do in the last unit with negative x's. So what I'm instead going to do is I'm going to bounce this minus 2x over to the left hand side where it becomes a plus 2x. So I'm left with 5x plus 2x, which gives me my 7x plus 2 equals 16. Again, I know exactly what I'm doing here. X times by 7, add 2, gave me 16. Working backwards, take away 2, divide by 7. 16 take away 2 is 14, divided by 7 tells me that x equals 2. Pause the video for a second, take down those worked examples, and then I'd like you to try some questions of your own. So just 8 questions that I want you to do on this unit. Just remember to bounce your x's to whichever side keeps them both positive. For questions 7 and 8, you will need to multiply out your brackets before you do anything else. Okay, pause the video now, have a go at the questions, and then we'll have a look at solutions in a second. Okay, notice in the first 4 questions you were going to be easiest bouncing from the right to the left. On question 5, if you had chosen to bounce from the right to the left, you'd have been left with minus 4x on the left hand side. You don't want that, so you're going to be much better off bouncing from the left over to the right and keep it with positive 4x. Same on question 6. Give yourself a mark, please, out of 8, and if you need any further help on that, there is one more advanced question that you can try down below if you want to. If you need any more help on that, please take a look at Hegarty clip number 184 and 185. So I'm just going to change that to marking that out of 8. Very well done.